Liverpool ran out 4-0 winners against Bournemouth, at Bournemouth as well, which hasn't always been the most. It hasn't been an easy fixture at all. And Bournemouth this season have been very, very good, above Manchester United in the table as it's standard right now. I think Man United could go up above them if they beat Fulham this afternoon, but Bournemouth have been doing really, really well in the league. They did have a run of about 4 losses, or at least 4 no victories, but they're still a difficult team for any big team to come up against. And thankfully, we were able to go out there and put on a good show. We've gotten to put on a good show and really actually solidify where we are in the league and come out and do it early. I've never liked being the first fixture of a Premier League weekend, the 12:30 kickoff. Sometimes it hasn't always worked out well for us, but it did this time, and it was really, really good from back to front in a week where we've lost Joe Gomez for the next 6 weeks at least, or a minimum, or up to 6 weeks anyway, with a fracture in his leg. So then we're looking at defensive options. We're hearing obviously Nathaniel Klein and Lovren weren't available, so it was quite clear that there was going to be some, changes to happen here or there. And there was some big changes, I felt, and I felt that they worked really, really well. You've got key players playing at good times. Alisson getting his 10th clean sheet of the season. The man is absolutely immense. He is so, so good. Obviously a lot of the plaudits for our defensive work go to Van Dijk and Alisson as well, which is great. It's obviously it is untold how good Van Dijk has been for us. It's we've conceded 5 or 6 goals all season. That's unheard of for Liverpool in the last couple of seasons. In the last fair few years, to be honest, not had a defence this solid that I can remember vaguely. Hoopier and people like that. This is immense, and this is a really good time, obviously defensively, and we've been saying it for quite a while that Liverpool defensively have been much, much better this season, but attacking wise haven't necessarily been there. Maybe this is the time, or people have been saying once Liverpool click, they're going to be right back in there. They're going to be right in the mixer with a really, really good defence and a very, very good attack as well. The key part here, though, I feel, and I'm going to go through the lineup that we actually had, and I was really impressed with the lineup that we went with, especially in midfield. I feel that it was really not bold, but I felt that it needed to happen. It really did need to happen. It was really good. So Alisson in goal, obviously, Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, and Joel Matip coming in defence. And I felt that Matip was really, really good. His passing range was very good as well, but as a defensive unit, those guys worked really well together. And I do think that your linchpin, you can partner anybody with Van Dijk. You could probably partner Skirtle with Van Dijk, and he'll still have a good game. Honest, that's how I feel. That's how I feel about him. And then I think, Matip coming into this one, I think when you've got Matip and Lovren playing together, it doesn't work. When you've got like Matip and Gomez, kind of works. But when you've got Matip alongside Van Dijk, it works. He seems to play so much better alongside the absolute colossus that is Van Dijk. And then at right back, for his 500th game in the Premier League, the first player to do that since Steven Gerrard, I believe it is, was James Milner. Now this man, it has to be one of the most, I don't want to say underappreciated, because Liverpool fans love him. We do, and I'm not saying that Man City fans don't love him either, but we love James Milner. He works so hard, and he works in positions that maybe you could probably put him as a striker and just say, James, we're a bit short up front, we're going to put you as a striker, and he'll turn around and go, no problem, I'll do it, I'll do my best, whatever I can do, I'll do it. And that you cannot not love James Milner for that alone. To play right back, obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold probably rested ahead of the Napoli game next week, so Milner coming in. Gomez is injured. Nathaniel Klein's ruled out for whatever, God knows, he's been ruled out since, 2016? I don't know. So Milner coming in there, brilliant. And what can you say? Clean sheet. I think, 10th clean sheet this season or something like that? I can't complain. Nobody can complain at that. I think a lot of what we did well today, and if I just go and have a quick look at the stats, overall 60% possession over 40 to Bournemouth. in our midfield, I think that's where you win your midfield battles. It's an age-old phrase. If you win your midfield battles, you'll have a much more chance of coming out with a positive result. And I felt that going with a midfield of Wijnaldum, Fabinho, and Naby Keita was excellent. Very, very, very good. Really, really good selection. I think these guys are really starting to show, especially Keita, been out injured for a while, people questioning whether he's worth all this time that we've waited to get him. There's no doubt in my mind he's got the quality that we need in a Liverpool team, and that's what we want and that's what we need, and he will show his quality that he showed in the Bundesliga in a Liverpool shirt when he gets a run of games. And hopefully in the last game that he played and this game now, hopefully he's starting to show that he'll get into that starting lineup and what he provides as well. Fabinho, I think he's growing by the game, and he's growing vastly into the Liverpool system and how we play. Make no mistake, I don't think he does like superhuman things. I don't think he does. He is excellent at his game as being a defensive midfielder, but also being able to play what look like simple passes but make them accurate. Like the pass he played out to Robertson for the own goal that Cook scored for us. I think it was the third goal. When he played that out, it's just a little like in between the lines. You've got Andy Robertson over here, you've got their defender here, and he just slots it through a nice guided, a nice weighted pass, and it was really, really. It's just he does the simple things exceptionally. He's brilliant when he's in our box, heading balls away, and when he's in the midfield, tackling, getting the ball. He's got deceptive pace. He's a faster player than I thought he is for someone who's about 6'2", something like that. He's physical. He's got very good passing range. From his past, I think we all know, he's got sometimes a hell of a shot on him as well, and I imagine he'll unleash one at some point. Brilliant asset to Liverpool, and I think for the fact that he's growing into every single game that he plays is massive, and it's going to come into next week as well, I think. And then Shaqiri, Bobby Firmino, Mohamed Salah. I mean, what more can you say? Bobby Firmino's been getting some criticism from the media recently, which I don't think has been very just. I don't think they've been paying a great deal of attention to where Firmino's actually been playing. They're saying he's not playing like he was last year. Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock, because he's not playing the same position that he was last year. When we've been playing a 4-2-3-1, Salah's been the guy up front, and Bobby Firmino's been tucking in behind. So it makes sense that he's not playing like he was last year, because he's not playing in the same position that he was last year. Sometimes it changes. If we do play a 4-3-3, he will be up there a little bit more. But he's been doing really, really good. He at least got an assist today, but his link-up play was magnificent. It was brilliant. Shaqiri, again, live wire. I absolutely love Shaqiri, and again, he could be one of the biggest bargains that we've ever had. Especially in the modern era, at least in the last 5 to 7 years, he could at least be one of the bargains that we've had. And along with Andrew Robertson, bargain left back. Unbelievable what these guys are providing for us. And Shaqiri is absolutely making me eat my words every single time he plays, because I wasn't sure about him. And then Mohamed Salah, he scores a hat-trick. He scores a hat-trick and then declines his Man of the Match award to give it to Milner because it's his 500th game in the Premier League. Magnificent player. I think today you see that Salah isn't gone. Salah isn't just a one. He's not a one-season wonder. He's not. You can't say that he's a one-season wonder, right? And then you get loads of people that are really bigging up like of Aubameyang. And I really do like Aubameyang as a player. I actually, at one point, I wanted Aubameyang at Liverpool. I really did, because to have that sort of pace on a striker would have been ridiculous in our front three. It would have been. But you can't say people that are raving on and on and on about Aubameyang, and then Mohamed Salah's tied for top scorer in the Premier League as well. So I don't know what people are thinking about that at the moment. I really don't. I don't really care what other people, like other fans of other clubs, think. I don't. I just think that Salah, maybe it may have taken a little bit longer to get going this season, but anyone with half a brain expected that he was gonna take a little bit longer this season. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. It's not just the fact that like people will have been figuring out how to play or how to stop Salah, and even then Kind of turns out you can't when he turned Bournemouth's goalkeeper and defence inside out twice to score his hat-trick goal. Brilliant stuff by Salah, and it actually shows that, you know, he's adapting his game. He's adapted to the fact that teams have adapted to him from last year. They figured out how he played, so he's had to change position. He plays a lot more up front now, and he looked a lot more comfortable today playing that position. So overall, very happy. I know we made some substitutions. Who came on? Oh, it was good to obviously see Henderson. Lallana came on, but I think Lallana went off near the end. He had quite a bad cut on his head. And Mane came back on as well. So Mane, obviously being in the matchday in the squad, being on the bench, was positive. Obviously, he missed the last game. And then really, really good that he's going to look like he could be back for the Napoli game. And this is what we come on to now. So, right now, as it stands, we're 1 point ahead of City, but they've obviously got one more game. They've got one game to play. Their goal difference is ridiculous. Ours is plus 28, theirs is plus 38. We're on 42 points, they're on 41. Chelsea play Manchester City. Now, if Chelsea can do us a favour, that'd be massive. That'd be awesome if they can. But all we can do is pretty much what the players have said, and I think Van Dijk said it as well. We can't focus on what Man City are doing. We can't focus on any other team apart from what we're doing. We're having a magnificent season. We are. Whether some people want to admit it or not, we are having a brilliant season in the Premier League. We are unbeaten. We've got 3 draws, 13 wins in 16 games, 42 points, plus 28 goal difference. We've conceded 6 goals all season in the Premier League. We're having a very, very good season. Yes, it looks like we haven't played very well at some points this season, but now we've had a game right here against tough opposition that have undone us in the past. Never going to forget. I've referenced it in the past quite a few times when we've been 3-1 up against Bournemouth and they came back and beat us 4-3. Unbelievable stuff, it really was. This is a different Liverpool now with so many different options, with the changes that we made today that we had to make. Obviously, no Joe Gomez, no Trent in the squad, or he might have been in the squad. Obviously, Mane on the bench. You then got still. Let's go and I'm just going to go and have a look at my lineup. So our bench today: Mignolet, fair play, Trent, Henderson, Adam Lallana, meh. Then you got Mane, Sturridge, Divock Origi. I think that's a strong bench. And then what we started with as well was very strong as well. Bobby Firmino, Salah, Shaqiri, Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Keita, Robbo, Van Dijk, Matip, Milner and Alisson. Strong. So not only have we got a strong bench, we've got options on the bench, but we've got a strong formation, a strong team in the starting 11 that was very, very good and went out and put a very good performance on. I can't complain, and I don't think anybody can. I don't think anybody will be. Maybe there'll be some people that nitpick some people, like, you know, whether someone's lost possession here or there, blah, 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 blah. But when you beat someone who can undo you, and they are a quality team, Bournemouth, they are a quality team. When you beat them 4-0, clean sheet, 4 goals, 3 goals for Mohamed Salah, an own goal, cannot complain. Now we've got to move on to Napoli. This is do or die against Napoli. We have to win. We have to win against Napoli by 2 clear goals to go through into the next stage of the Champions League. Otherwise, we drop to the Europa League. More of that as the week goes on. We're not going to get into that now. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you later.